So this is going to be a very quick video about homework. It's homework number 5. We are, this is the, like just the middle of like the midpoint in the semester. We are halfway done. I didn't realize how quick this is going. So homework 5. I think it's an interesting homework. This is one of the of my favorite homeworks that I really enjoy when I read, because what you have to do is to solve to these three things or these three questions. So first, I am asking you on number 1 to explain what are the assumptions under which PPP theory might work. So I think you should remember it's that the same good is being sold anywhere, or at least in 2 places, that there are no restrictions to buy the good, and there are no transportation costs. These are the three assumptions. So write that in the first paragraph. Then I am asking you to write in 3 paragraphs, like 1 paragraph per each assumption, criticizing how it doesn't work in real life. I think it's very easy to do that because the assumptions are so unrealistic that you can criticize them uh, easily. And finally, and this is the most interesting thing, I want you to propose a way in which you can improve the PPP theory, either if it is absolute or relative, because this theory has a lot of disadvantages, right? You are going to criticize the theory on number 2. So then tell me something, how you can improve this? I'm going to give you a hint, like if you think about this, the PPP theory doesn't consider political stability, for instance. Like maybe that is the case of Argentina right now. Like politically, they are a huge mess. So apart from inflation, which is also super big and super large in Argentina, they also have a huge political problem, which is affecting their exchange rate. So this theory doesn't really consider political risk or something like that. So one simple way to improve this theory is if you propose to take um, consideration of political risk. It's as simple as that, but that is one example. I hope that no one else repeats political stability. But there are a lot of things that you can talk about, literally a lot of things. But the interesting thing, that's why I like to read this, is that you can suggest something kind of crazy or something that is not that traditional, because political risk is very common in any economic theory. But propose something different, like, I don't know, women and men equality, gender equality, or something. Maybe that's something that can affect the exchange rate. You just have, and this is also important. This is the second part of this question. You should justify a little bit why you are proposing that. Like if you think that maybe um, the how to say that the environment or the environmental taking care of the environment is something that affects positive to exchange rate. That's possible. It's possible. You just have to um, justify that suggestion. And how can you justify that? Well, just do some research on the internet and try to convince me that your argument is valid, right? I don't expect like a thesis or anything. I just want to use some arguments where you are suggesting something. So that will be homework 5. And then I will also explain activity 5, which is what you have to do during the class. And activity 5 is also very easy to complete. I think that you will have enough time to do the activity and also the homework, so you have to worry about the homework. So the first thing that I am asking you is related to absolute PPP. So remember that formula? You have the local price and then the foreign price. I wrote US price, but in practice, this is foreign, right? Local and foreign. So what should you do in here? Well, you only have to use the formula. The formula was home over foreign. So it will be 75 over 5.28. And that will be 14.2045. Okay. So that is then, sorry, and I forgot because this is also something very important. What is this? This is Argentinian pesos over dollars. Why it is like that? Why Argentina on top? Well, because you divided 75 over 5. So Argentina on top and dollars at the bottom. And then the you have to calculate the difference, and some students get confused on how do you calculate the difference. So you can calculate the difference in two ways, like how higher is this or how lower is this. If you are an accountant, this is like with the IVA, right? It's kind of something like that. So something that you can do is to do, the easiest way to calculate the difference is to um, calculate in your calculator, write this number. This is the real exchange rate, this is the market exchange rate, so this is a theoretical and this is the market. And I am asking you, what's the difference between the market and the theory? So how you do it, the easiest way to do it is to do 18 minus 14 over 18, just as simple as that. 18.94 minus 14.2045, and that over 18.94. It says 25%, okay? Because it gives you 0.25, but that's 25%. I hope this is clear. If it's not entirely clear, you can come. I'll try to write what I did in my calculator, but it's 18.94. So that means real minus the theory, 14 point this, and all of this divided by 18. It's like this. Okay. So I hope that it is clear. It's it's a simple homework. I hope it's simple. So, but I am really interested in reading your homeworks, especially the last question. So take your time, like especially on that last paragraph. Take half an hour, grab a tea or coffee, and then think about something creative. I always find like one or two or three very interesting answers, and sometimes I share that with some colleagues, and they're surprised about the ideas that students have. Like sometimes I think we are biased about all that we read, and then we don't have really. Sometimes we don't have creative ideas, and students usually have really nice ideas. So bring out the best out of you. And question number two. Question number two, I was forgetting this question number two, but it's super easy. Question number two is about calculating the real relative PPP. So in this one, you have to use the other formula, the one that has the exponent and all that. So just be careful on how you do the division and the math, but you have all the data that you need. So you have the spot on day zero, you have the inflation of one country, inflation of the other country, and you have time in years. So it should be pretty easy to do. Just be careful when you do the math, because even though it's so easy, in this homework and activity, a lot of people have some mistakes, and it's only because maybe you are not paying a lot of attention, or well, we are humans, so even I have mistakes when I'm solving these things on the classroom. I think the advantage that I do this is that I have some time to plan the video, and if I make a mistake, I start over again. So that will be all for today. I hope that it's clear. I hope that you are enjoying the videos, and I hope that maybe you are enjoying the course. Again, I am inviting you that if you have anything that you want to discuss, you can come to the Zoom class and maybe we can chat. It doesn't have to be about a technical thing about this. If you want to talk about what's happening in Argentina, you can come over. Like sometimes some students come and we can talk about this. Or maybe if you want me to add maybe another video about what's going on in, I don't know, in the US, why the dollar is gaining its value right now, something like that. Like doesn't have to be that technical or academic. You can come over on Zoom and we can talk about this. One final thing is that for this week I am super busy because I am coordinating a semestre, and it's on the afternoon, so I am super busy this week because we have the presentation with the company. So I am like, I have to be on on two places at the same time in this Tuesday. So what I will do is that I will have two Zooms, one connected to the other one and one connected with your class. But someone will help me. Her name is Jimena de la Concha. She's a doctoral student in EGADE, and she's my teaching assistant. So I don't remember if you know her, but she will be also online. So if you have a question, you can come to Zoom, and if I am not available at that moment, Jimena can help you. And if I am available, I can help you. I think that I will be available 90% of the time. But if I am, I don't know, doing something on the semester, Jimena can take care over your question. And also you can take advantage of Jimena's knowledge, because Jimena is actually at the moment working on, if I am not wrong, in the Mexican stock market. So she knows a lot about the financial market. So if you have a question about how you trade currencies, things like that, I think she knows even more than I do, because she has a lot of experience in this. So also I think I invite you to come over and maybe talk with Jimena a little bit. She's also really good with finance. That's the PhD that she's studying, PhD in finance. I think she's on third year. So yes, I think it can be an interesting thing. I was really angry about this thing that they are asking me to be on two places at the same time. But in the end, I think it's a good opportunity for you to meet Jimena. And of course, I will be around. Like I will have the Zoom open as usual, and you should come if you have any questions. And again, I am always open on WhatsApp or by email or anything else. And then after this week, we go back to normal. And the next week, I will be normally available on Zoom. Sorry for taking these 5 minutes of your video, and but I just wanted to give you some comments. So I will see you on Tuesday. Let me know if you have any questions.